My mission is to stop the deviants. That's what I was designed to be. But what I do now is up to you.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're diving into the 20 best story-driven games with branching narratives.
The court of Fatebinders, when Kairos' armies came to our lands.
Every gamer loves a good story, and that's enhanced greatly when we're given the choice to depict how our story is told. This list is filled with some of the most popular games that gave us the freedom of telling our story and affecting how things turn out in the end.
In this world, consumed by never-ending conflict, sometimes only an outsider will get the job done.
Before we get started, we post new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring that bell to be notified about our latest videos. Heavy Rain. Even though it's a mixed bag for the most part, Heavy Rain has become a kind of gem for branching story games. There aren't many experiences that capture the tension and emotional depth quite like this. As you try to figure out the mystery of the origami killer, your choices define the fates of the deeply flawed characters. Everything keeps you on edge, forcing quick decisions that carry some pretty weighted consequences. Whether you emerge as a hero or lose everything depends entirely on how you play.
Are you prepared to suffer to save your son?
The Stanley Parable.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
Do we live in a simulation? Are we ever really in control? The Stanley Parable takes that question and runs wild with it, giving us a hilarious and mind-bending commentary on free will. The narrator will both guide and mock you, leading to some bizarre outcomes based entirely on your actions, or lack thereof. For fans of inventive narrative design and meta humor, this unconventional masterpiece leaves you questioning not just the game's reality, but your own as well.
Wait, how did you do that?
Dragon Age Inquisition.
The world is tearing itself apart, but they say I can stop this.
Time to take command of a world in chaos. In Dragon Age Inquisition, you are the Inquisitor, and you've been tasked with building alliances, quelling political unrest, and leading your companions into epic battles. Every decision you make influences the course of your story, from the relationships you build to determining the fate of entire nations. Packed with rich lore, complex characters, and stunning landscapes, this RPG creates a dynamic experience where your actions carry some pretty heavy weight.
Whatever we were before, we are now the Inquisition.
Deus Ex.
All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better issue some hardware.
This revolutionary RPG offered some incredibly unparalleled freedom in gameplay for its time, letting you hack, sneak, and fight your way through its morally complex narrative. In Deus Ex, you get to explore a dystopian future where cybernetic enhancements blur the line between human and machine. With conspiracies, betrayals, and philosophical questions at its core, every decision you make alters the outcome, making this a thrilling journey into the heart of post-humanism.
They found us!
Doki Literature Club. What starts as a pretty lighthearted visual novel quickly turns into a psychological roller coaster. Beneath its charming exterior it shows off, Doki Literature Club has a dark, unsettling narrative that breaks every rule of traditional storytelling. The choices that you may have thought were harmless actually lead to some pretty haunting consequences as the game twists reality itself. It's equal parts shocking, thought-provoking, and unforgettable. Undertale. This was an RPG unlike any other. Undertale is an indie gem that flipped expectations on their head, letting you spare or battle every quirky enemy you encounter. Your decisions shape the story in ways that tug at your heartstrings or make you question your own morality. This game is filled with humor, charm, a memorable cast, and a unique design that ensures no two playthroughs feel the same. Tyranny.
You're learning a bit too much from Kairos.
Evil gets a spotlight with this one. Tyranny is a dark RPG that places you in the role of an enforcer for the conquering overlord. You have the choice to maintain order through fear or to defy the powers that be. The story evolves based on your decisions, creating a morally ambiguous world where even good intentions have some pretty dire consequences. It's a pretty bold twist on the traditional hero's journey. Until Dawn. This one's for the slasher fans. Until Dawn puts you in the middle of a horror movie where every decision can mean life or death. You guide a group of friends through a night of pure terror, facing tough moral choices with unexpected twists. With its butterfly effect mechanics and intense atmosphere, this interactive thriller keeps you guessing and screaming until the very end. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Who did this to you? I remember his face. I'll find him.
When it comes to historical accuracy meeting immersion, Kingdom Come Deliverance has you covered. Taking place in medieval Bohemia, this RPG puts you in the boots of a blacksmith's son named Henry, who's seeking revenge and purpose. Every choice that's made, from dialogue to combat, affects your relationships and the larger story. With its attention to detail and realism, this game crafts a grounded yet dynamic narrative for anyone looking for an adventure. Slay the Princess.
You don't have to be afraid. We can both get out of here. Together.
It's always fun to see fairy tales get a dark twist, and you get exactly that in Slay the Princess. Your choices determine whether you're going to save the world or doom it. With multiple endings and a narrator that responds to your every move, the story will evolve based on the actions you take. It's a fresh, intriguing take on classic tropes, mixing humor, tension, and mystery into a fun experience.
To me, days mean nothing in the maw of forever.
Not for broadcast.
The costume girl, who sadly was found dead shortly after.
Have you ever wanted to control the news? Well, in Not for Broadcast, you're able to shape the public perception as you edit live broadcasts in a dystopian world. The choices you make behind the scenes ripple through society, affect relationships, politics, and the game's overall outcome. Not for Broadcast truly makes media manipulation as entertaining as it is thought-provoking. Life is Strange.
Now I'm studying photography at Blackwell Academy.
In Life is Strange, everyday decisions become extraordinary. Your ability to rewind time lets you alter events and their emotional fallout. Following Max Caulfield's journey of self-discovery, the story consists of friendship, mystery, and tough moral choices into a heartfelt experience. Your actions on this journey influence how relationships unfold and determine the game's impactful endings.
What would you do now?
Detroit Become Human.
Result of the choices we've made. Every decision, every word.
Another David Cage game on this list, Detroit Become Human brings you to the future, where androids challenge humanity's definition of life. You'll go through the interconnected stories of 3 androids, Kara, Marcus, and Connor, and you get to navigate freedom, morality, and rebellion. Every decision you make with the 3 ripples through their journey, creating an intense and cinematic experience that will leave players questioning what it means to be human.
My name is Connor. This is our story.
Papers, Please. Bureaucracy has never been more stressful. In Papers, Please, you play as a border inspector and have to decide who can and can't enter a fictional totalitarian country. The choices you make not only impact the lives of desperate immigrants, but also your own family. Balancing survival and compassion, Papers, Please weaves a gripping narrative of morality under pressure. Cyberpunk 2077.
You need the right combination of gear, skills, and reputation.
Wake up, samurai. We have a city to burn. Neon lights and cybernetic implants set the stage for Cyberpunk 2077, where your decisions in this open world shape a sprawling dystopian tale. You step into the shoes of the Mercenary V, where you'll navigate political intrigue, dangerous factions, and personal vendettas in Night City. The freedom you have to approach situations in multiple ways guarantees a truly personalized experience at every turn.
You ever feel like the city doesn't give you a choice? You either burn alive in it, or you never existed at all.
Fallout New Vegas.
You, Courier. You were the reason.
A post-apocalyptic Nevada sounds like the ultimate playground. Fallout New Vegas gives you a variety of choices to make. Whether you align with factions, forge alliances, or blaze your own trail, your choices ripple across this irradiated wasteland. With sharp dialogue, moral ambiguity, and almost endless freedom, this RPG offers one of the most dynamic narratives in gaming history.
You're a rogue. When you come.
Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Okay, so we know this one is cheating a little bit, but we can't help it. Mass Effect Legendary Edition gives you the grand prize of the original Mass Effect trilogy, where the fate of the galaxy lies in your hands. Leading as Commander Shepard, you'll make tough calls that affect the lives of your crew and the universe itself, and each decision you make is able to be carried onto the very next game. Yes, even the very lackluster choice at the end of Mass Effect 3 still counts. At the end of the day, unforgettable characters and an evolving story make this sci-fi experience a true interstellar drama like no other.
You were born to do this.
Telltale's The Walking Dead. Oh man, who's cutting onions in here? Few games hit the emotional highs like Telltale's The Walking Dead. You follow the bond between Lee and Clementine, where the story evolves with every choice and crafts a deeply personal tale of survival in the zombie apocalypse. This game has tons of heart-wrenching moments and moral dilemmas, making it a true masterclass in storytelling. The Witcher 2. Time to toss a coin to your Witcher. In The Witcher 2, you play as Geralt and get to make choices that steer the narrative down wildly different paths, from siding with rival factions to influencing entire kingdoms. With its mature themes and complex characters, The Witcher 2 delivers a rich and immersive RPG experience where decisions truly matter. Baldurs Gate 3.
We must all cure ourselves of the entire cult of the Absolute.
No games have ever really reached the amount of freedom you have in Baldurs Gate 3. With its Dungeons & Dragons-inspired gameplay, you can shape relationships with certain characters you stumble upon, solve conflicts in the ways you see fit, and experience a story that evolves based on every decision you make. Packed with depth, humor, and emotional weight, this is interactive storytelling at its finest and a must-play for anyone who truly enjoys freedom in their narrative adventures. Were there any games on this list that you enjoyed when it came to branching narratives? Let us know in the comments.
Become who you really are.
Be sure to check out these other fun clips from MojoPlays, and if you enjoy our content, leave us a like, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.